snacks.
And we is live.
We live. Hey. What it do, snackers and snack guests? It's your boy Gage. Jokes is in his building.
Yo.
And Sin is also in his building.
Yes, sir.
This is Loading Snacks Weekly, where we get together once a week and we talk about things that are happening in pop culture. And today, we most certainly have some things to discuss. There's a lot on the docket, and it's all over the place. There are a lot of things that are unrelated to one another.
Fair enough.
But it's all there.
Things. Yeah, there are a lot of things that are unrelated to one another. Let me start with this. How are we, gentlemen?
Doing pretty good right now. Can't complain.
Okay.
Really
good, but who really cares?
Are we settling into this new normal? Is that where we are?
Yeah.
Like we're okay because it's just normal now? Is that?
I think the idea of it like being normal is sitting more so in now. Like this is what it's going to be. Figure out how to maneuver in this climate because it's just the way it is now going forward, and things aren't going back to the way that it was.
Nope. Adapting
in the way that you remember.
That's all we can do now. Just adapt. This change is going to continue rolling, and depending on how things go in the next few weeks, next few months, it could change all over again.
Yeah,
you're right. I mean, it's funny to me how humans try to force the world to adapt to them. Like, nah, we're not staying in.
All right.
Yo.
All right, come outside if you want.
Yeah.
I got something waiting for you.
Like, by all means, come see me.
Corona in the bushes with a scope. I'm plucking them off right now.
Top of the building.
Yes.
Waiting. Yeah. Sniping. Invisible Man style. Hey, so listen. There was an announcement, a Lego announcement today. And I'm excited.
There you go.
Okay?
Legos.
I'm excited. I mean, yeah, I do too. But so a few months back, Lego announced that they were doing a partnership with Nintendo. They're putting out these Super Mario bricks that were like weird. They weren't like normal Lego sets. He had like the digital thing in the chest, and it made noises from the game and all that or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's not hard to imagine that partnership would continue.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? To move forward. But today, they announced for the anniversary of the NES that they are doing a Lego set that consists of a Nintendo Entertainment System, the US, not a Famicom, the NES, Super Mario Brothers cartridge, and a TV, like an old school CRT TV with like a scene from the game in it.
It's kind of dope.
And look, I saw that online day, and my first reaction was, "This is one of the dopest Lego sets I've seen." Period. Like, this is just creative and dope. Yeah.
On that.
Doing good, J. Robert. Doing good over here, man.
Ellen, they talking about the plague, y'all. What's going on, man?
my man Ellis was like, they discovered the plague apparently in Colorado.
Yeah, it's supposedly in a squirrel they found it. Like, okay.
I don't mean to sound mean, but you may need to just go ahead and burn that squirrel.
Dogs got the virus now. It's real out here. Things are adapting and changing. Hey, listen, this Lego set. Did either of y'all look at how much it is?
Oh, no, I didn't see a price. I saw it.
I knew it was pricey, but I didn't go to look for the price. I was like, I don't want to know how much.
We're talking like new console type price.
We're talking about it. I do want to know the price now.
Man, I'm not. Just throw me a guess.
800.
Hazard a guess. Why don't you?
I ain't gonna go that high. I'll say like 300.
How much?
I go 800.
800.
I go like.
Oh, you ain't never played The Price Is Right. We ain't even.
Yeah. Bro, at least it said $1 and let like. I'd have said $2. Like, I would have overbid it by you $1, so I would have got you either way. But I'm gonna say like 200. Like I think it is gonna be. But
I'll go 3. If you saying 2, I'll go 3.
Now you going back down to 2?
I'm going 100 more. 100 more of whatever Joke says. That's what I'm going with.
Well, originally Joke said 3.
I did.
Now he's backing down to 2. So are we at 3 or are we at 2? Where are we at, Jokes?
I'm gonna stay at 2.
All right, then I'm going 3.
Right, so you're at 3. All right. Again, you have never played The Price is Right because you're only supposed to go up by $1. If he say 200, you're supposed to say 201. That's how it works. It's
price of right wasn't
my man Sin trying to get the price on the nose, and so he can get that $500 bonus. That's what he's trying to do.
Well, if he was trying to do that, he should have said $230 because that's what it is. So
hey, I'm going on stage. I'm going on stage.
Joke wins absolutely nothing, but he wins. It's your pride on the line. But listen, on that same note, I was asking if you guys, I sent you guys this link.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't clicked on it, click on the link.
Oh,
check this out.
I did click on that link.
These Lego art posters, my people, bro.
That's kind of dope.
Bro, listen, the little Lego dots been around for a long time. They now have straight up made it so that they have posters that you can make. So there are several types that you can get. They got Andy Warhol, the Beatles, Iron Man, and the Sith. And so they consist of
like
multiple. It does look like pixel art. It looks a lot like pixel art. And you can, if you have all 3, you can combine them to form like other pictures, like the Iron Man ones. If you get the 3 of them, you can make one real long poster with Iron Man. Click on Iron Man. I sent it to you. Click on Iron Man. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Cool. Clicking.
Scroll down. I have no idea how much these cost because it's not listed.
Actually, you have 3 jumps, but you the one jump with him shooting a
shooting a repulsor. I like it.
Yeah. That's kind of cool.
Which would make me feel like I need to buy 6 so I can make that big joint. Oh man, Lego's kind of doing it right now.
They are.
I know that the I'm not sure what the dates are for these, but I know that the Mario. Shouldn't say the Mario. The Nintendo joint is supposed to go live August 1st.
Okay.
It'll be in stores next year because their stores are currently not really open.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, I have a little bit of an inside track on that.
Peep the Star Wars joint. Okay, the big Darth Vader. All right.
I mean, listen, when you figure, like, people are technically still stuck at home, you're still looking for things to do. I've seen a lot of people just jumping on like regular jigsaw puzzles and stuff like this. Like something like this is really pretty dope. I feel like, for people at home wanting to do group activities and stuff like that, it'd be kind of cool to sit home and do something like that. So I think people would be willing to pay. People are willing to pay whatever Lego charges anyway. So you pay it, you build it, they will come. So I think that's kind of dope.
No, those are kind of dope. Yeah. I would like to see more of these.
Would you get one?
Yeah, I would depending on. I would like to see more of what they do in the future, like different type of jumps. Like I don't think none of these I would probably jump out.
I probably would grab Iron Man just for the fact that if they're at least going to do one of the Avengers, I think they'll probably venture into doing that. So if it maybe having at least the 3 core members like Cap, Thor, and Iron Man, and maybe you can make the scene like if you put all of them together, you get them. Like
Spider-Man one ain't coming, you tripping?
Hey,
I was getting ready to say, like, if you do one, you do Spider-Man, and the thing that's odd about it is they don't like if you look at the collection, it doesn't say Avengers or Marvel. It says Iron Man collection, literally, which is a little odd, but it is what it is. What's going on, Buck? How you feeling?
Yo, what's happening?
No, the Nintendo Lego set, J. Robert, it's not a VIP early exclusive. At least it doesn't say that it is. Apparently on.
You should have put that up on the screen, Joe. Kind of dope.
You can just jump up and grab. You can
now
get
I have to think about it.
What's up, Alfonso?
If I'd known earlier, I would have done some magic, but no, not really.
I mean, you still can, bro. It's not too late. It's just a matter of whether or not we got the right producer in the seat or if the producer's just in the chat.
All right, so you know what? You go ahead. You go ahead and chat it up.
I'm sorry. Straight up, that is a dope ass Lego set.
You go ahead and chat it up for a second.
It's on fire.
That thing is clean.
Would you look for that? I mean, it's $230 too much to ask for that Nintendo set?
No.
Would you grab it?
I would.
I think. It'd be an interesting addition to the
collection. I want to see if they do the game.
I love the retro TV with it like that. For some reason, that really sells it for.
That's what sells it.
Yeah.
That's what sells it. That's what sells it. Because otherwise, it's almost just like you got an NES Mini. You know what I mean? Like once you build it.
Yeah, it brings back the nostalgia with Mario Brothers. You know what I mean? Which is dope.
I mean, yeah, down to the controller and everything. Like that joint's clean, man. Like I would definitely be $230, man. That's like half a console.
That's what I was talking about earlier. I'm like,
right now, brother Funds is tied up in some other ventures.
In these trying times, Lego. Yeah, I don't know. I can certainly see. I would say this: having that joint come out, it would excite me to get back to cons, just because the Lego tables are always dope at the cons every year, and I just know somebody's gonna have other cartridges. You know what I mean? And people, I'm gonna be on the hunt.
Yep.
I'm looking for.
Somebody's gonna do a Link to the Past one with the gold case.
Yeah. Yeah. No, the retro TV does not scroll, sir. That would be.
And Buck,
hey, when I saw the little scrolling thing, I was kind of like, whoa, hold on here. All right.
Hey, look, that Millennium Falcon is not a game. That's expensive too, man. You know.
And that's why I do not have it as much as I would love a Millennium Falcon.
All right, I'm about to throw up these Iron Man.
You know what I honestly feel like, Pen, is that if you had it, I don't feel like you would put it together. That would be so much work.
I'd put it together. It's just finding a place to put it.
Yeah, that's my thing. Like, I mean, I put like Gundam model kits and stuff together, but it's like that doesn't take up as much space as probably trying to put that bad boy together.
Yeah.
All right, so I just threw up the picture of the Iron Man one right quick so everybody can see it. So pretty much just the three of them, just the three individuals sitting next to each other. The guy, of course, sitting in the background up there. I mean, he doesn't really do any justice, but yeah, those would be the three Iron Man Lego setups right there.
Yeah, you can buy those and make another one. Just go check it out on Lego's site, man. I think they're pretty dope. I like the pixel art.
They are.
You know, kind of style with it. You know what I mean? There's something to that too.
I like it taking Lego and artistic posting.
Oh, Jay Robert, he's talking about that $800 version. No, he's most certainly talking about that $800 version.
Yeah, I'd like to see Lego do more of those. You know
the Millennium Falcon.
Oh no, Buck! You can't let the kids destroy those joints, no sir.
Oh no,
that's not good.
These are the ones you don't let the kids necessarily get your hands on.
Now that you might be able to get away with it. You know what I mean? I don't think. I mean, this Voltron joint is not coming apart. Like it's just gonna stay like it is. I might take it apart and individually stack the lions just because. But it's probably gonna stay like it is.
It's gonna stay Voltron.
I get that. Speaking of
Voltron, not that they're technically related, but it's kind of related. Let's talk about Power Rangers for a second. Okay, Jokes? Is that okay with you?
That's perfectly fine with me. That's absolutely fine with me.
I bet it is. I wonder why.
I mean,
what do you know? Did you hear about the Omega Rangers thing that's popping off?
Yeah, the Omega, the red, yellow, and black Omega Ranger. Talking about those three?
Yeah, yeah. That they are.
Oh, you talking about those? Like I don't know about those already? How dare you?
He's gonna ask. I mean, hey, there may be something that
slipped
past me a little bit.
Like he was there when they came up with it, joint.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So the three original.
Mm-hmm.
So Jason, Zach, and Trini,
mm-hmm.
right, are the Omega Rangers. Now, what does it mean that they're Omega Rangers as opposed to
just the regular
Turbo Rangers, Dino Rangers,
Flux
Capacitor Rangers? I don't even know what y'all got, man.
Just make it.
You got too many joints.
So this was from the original series, so I don't know if you remember. So obviously you probably know when they did the transition. So when Zach, Trini, and Jason left, they were going on they were going to be like ambassadors for like high school or whatnot ever. Long story short, that actually was a cover up. Zordon actually sent the three of them on a specific mission that only he trusted with the three of them. Now, obviously, the three of them gave up their powers to Rocky, Adam, and Aisha. So in doing so, he had to develop new powers specifically for the three of them to be able to come out. I'm not tripping.
That happened in the first movie, correct?
You mean the transition to power? It happened during the show. It happened during the show, and then of course the three of them were in the movie.
Was the Ninja Rangers? Okay.
But essentially, he needed to develop new powers. Hold on a second,
because Ellis has a dissertation in the comments.
Yes, let's see. Whole paragraph.
Hey, listen, before we get into this, and I'm gonna let you read it, Jokes. I'm not reading that.
I got you.
I'm gonna let you read it. Cause y'all know y'all like to team up, so I'm gonna let y'all have y'all team up.
Let's do this. I'll do it. Let's do it. All right.
Read it out loud.
Go. The Omega Rangers are an ancient segment of Rangers that effectively act as a sort of Jedi on behalf of the Morphing Grid. After Lord Draken's attempt to take over the grid failed, the grid was saved, but to completely repaired. I guess you're saying, but not completely repaired. I think is what you were going to say. Oh wait, there's more. Let me continue. Got another paragraph. However, grid energy continued to leak into the universe, altering individuals into powerful beings with no control of their powers. The Omega Rangers were reactivated to wrangle these new altered beings and train them to protect the morphing grid and use their powers for good.
So here's what I want to know.
Mm-hmm.
Why are the Omega Rangers teaming up with Lord Draken behind Zordon's back?
I don't know. I feel like the picture's a little bit deceiving. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I have a theory.
Why we cheating on Zordon right now?
I have a theory.
Lord Draken.
Yeah, I have a theory.
I'm sure you do. That's why I'm asking you.
Because I don't
have a theory.
Because of the new comic that actually was just announced.
Right.
Simply called Mighty Morphin. And the biggest addition.
I thought it was just called Power Rangers. Mighty Morphin is gone.
No. This is called Mighty Morphin. Mighty Morphin. That's this one.
I'm gonna take your word for it and assume what I read was incorrect.
Ella said, answer him jokes.
So this one takes place. So it takes place once all the transitions have happened, and Tommy is the White Ranger. The interesting piece.
There's a new Green Ranger, though.
There's a new Green Ranger.
We don't know who that is yet.
We don't know who that is yet.
And I assume that you also have a theory for that.
I have a theory. Like, it's one of the stupid type ones that probably seem like it may happen, but I'm hoping I'm wrong. Is that maybe this is that maybe this is supposed to be like a rejuvenized Draken. Like, this is like he's become good, but he doesn't want to quite say he's Tommy again just yet. That's kind of the cop-out type thing that I'm thinking that could possibly be. Me personally, I'm kind of hoping that this is possibly a new person altogether entry into Mighty Morphin, because it's pretty dope that they're adding the Green Ranger in to be the 7th Ranger now. What's critical also is the fact that they're actually using the superpower beatdown version of the Green Ranger. So it's not the traditional normal Green Ranger. It's the one where he has like the gold portion on his helmet, the extraness throughout the outfit. So pretty sure I'm letting you down, Ellis. Why am I letting you down right now? Why am I letting you down right now?
Apparently, you don't know your Rangers.
Because you know Ellis got the inside track, right? Like I
know he got the inside.
But I ain't hearing. I'm listening, but I ain't hearing. Listen. You know I don't know. I'm coming to you. This is like us talking about wrestling. I can't.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Unless it's Ric Flair.
That's my guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my guy. 100%. That's my dude. All right. So, is there a purpose to this? Like, does it seem like why you think that the person who's the Green Ranger is going to be somebody you never heard of?
I would be happy to see it to do it that way. I mean, they've done the whole double Tommy, triple Tommy thing, if you want to say it. So I don't think I necessarily need to see that same aspect hit again. Like, I'd rather it be somebody else maybe they've trusted the mantle up to, but I don't need to see another double Tommy, triple Tommy thing. We haven't seen it. I got it. I don't need it.
Nah, they shouldn't do that, but I'm just saying, why can't it be like Billy or something?
Billy, I was just gonna say that.
Well, Billy's still the Blue Ranger, so it can't be him. It can't be Billy. He's still the Blue Ranger.
I mean, whatever. I'm just saying, like, there got to be somebody who came from like, I don't know, man. One of them joints turbocharged or whatever. I don't know all the names.
With the whole like time shattered grid thing, who knows? They could have pulled a Ranger from one of the other corresponding seasons, pulled over, maybe bring in whatever, but I don't know.
All right. Get out of the comments, Jimmy.
Straight up, get out of the comments.
Hey, all right, so then let's do this. Let's talk about these Ninja Turtles, bro. Let's talk about this the last Ronin joint.
Mm-hmm.
That don't sound
You
like
brought it up last week, jokes. Here's what I want to know. Who do you think? All right, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
For the uninitiated, Last Ronin, new comic coming out. Eastman's on it. It's a future New York where all of the Ninja Turtles are dead except for one.
Mm-hmm.
There is one turtle left who uses all of their weapons and is avenging the deaths of his family. And we don't know which turtle is the turtle that's alive. So here's what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think it is? You had to hazard a guess. Who would be the survivor? Who would be the one that's left? Who would be the one that's the Ronin?
Maybe Raphael. I don't know this one. Right. Yeah, maybe Raphael. Like I
feel like that's too cliche. But
yeah,
sure,
that's
Raphael.
Yeah, like
Michelangelo.
You think it's Michelangelo?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think it's Michelangelo?
Like how you said, like you think Raphael was too cliche. I think it's something different, and maybe after seeing all his brothers get killed, that childishness within him tones down, and he's on some vengeance type of stuff. You know, something you kind of don't see coming. You can kind of see that from. We can see it from Leo. I can see it from Raphael. You know what I'm saying? Donnie, he's more mature, maybe not. You know what I'm saying? But I think Michael would be that gut check for you. Seeing it be him going through all this and dealing with it and trying to get payback for it. Yeah.
You think it would make him the most? Why would you? What would you imagine would be the reason why one survives and the others don't?
Because Michelangelo didn't listen to what he was supposed to do, or something like that.
That could be, or maybe.
There.
I'm thinking.
So could it be that like on the Michelangelo thing? Let's expound upon that.
Mm-hmm.
That being the childish one that he tends to be, that he didn't show up.
Drop the ball somehow.
What they were doing. Mm-hmm. He's feeling some level of guilt because he was supposed to be there and he wasn't. He was busy getting high, eating pizza.
Yep. Something along those lines. Yes, something along those lines.
He went down.
Yeah, that's believable.
He didn't show up.
Yeah, I would say that or just
says Leo.
Nah,
I mean, again, to me, Leo is also too par for the course.
Yeah.
Let me be the one to step out. Lo, you still haven't seen the computer animated TMNT movie?
No.
Bro, by all means, fix your life. Like right away. Listen to me. Bro, fix your life, my guy. Like, I'm going to tell you what. The fight in that joint between Raphael and Leo is one of the illest fights, period. Like, period. Like, you know how we spend all that time talking about.
You hyping it.
Huh?
You hyping it. You hyping it. I'm pretty sure it's dope. I'm pretty sure.
You're going to go watch this right afterwards. And then I expect a message to show up in our group chat later.
Hold tight.
But we've seen, I'm just saying, like, you say one of the best
ever steered you wrong about a fight.
No. Listen to what I said. I said I think you're hyping it, but look, what I was saying is, you know your fight scenes. We've been on this stuff for our whole lives. So when you say it's a dope joke, I already know. I'm into it. Okay. But we've seen a lot to put it up there that high. That's the only thing that I'm questioning.
He gonna drop a message in the chat later, just like he did once he watched Apocalypse War. It's gonna be along the same lines as that when he sees.
All right.
Oh man, look.
All right, where can I go to watch it?
Clean, bro. Listen.
Where can I go to watch it?
Is clean.
I don't have access to it. Where can I go to watch it?
You don't have access to it? Oh.
Jokes.
Hey, listen.
Jokes, I can cut off your access if I want to.
Oh, that would be so mean.
Like a WWE main event. That joint is just like a main event. Hey, for real, in that joint, everybody gets loose. Casey gets loose. April gets loose. I mean, it's not
Right.
But yeah, that joint is clean, bro. You need to see it.
How old is it?
Bro, that joint came out in like 06,
Oh
05,
God.
something like
Damn,
that.
it's been that
It's old.
long.
It's old. Because I was back in the apartment,
Is it a movie?
my apartment in Laurel back then. Yeah, it's a movie.
2007.
CMN too.
Jeez, it didn't seem like it's that long. Oh, cool. Yeah, J. Robert, you won't be disappointed, J. Robert. I'll wait for that report back from you.
Oh, my man, yes. Please let him know about that. All right, I'll take that. Just because he's my favorite, I'm going with it's Donnie. Because I feel like Donnie is the one that everybody would expect to be too chill and like not have the temperament where that, like, if everybody else died, he'd be too devastated, would like hide in the corner or something like that. But I also feel like just the smarts in him would just be so calm and calculated that he could very easily fit the bill and end up being that last Ronin. He could, he could fulfill that role, I feel like. Hey, Ellis, in your business right now. Ellis, in your business right now. I ain't messing with you. Oh, shoot. Hey, listen. Speaking of streaming, good one, Ellis. Let's talk about the streaming wars again, because things are heating up again. Peacock launches tomorrow for anybody who doesn't already have a service that allows them to get it or whatever. Thank you, Jay Roberts. I appreciate you. I'll look at it in a minute, Sim.
Very good.
I appreciate you backing me up on that. So there is Thursday night. There's going to be a 30 Rock reunion special. Did you guys hear about this?
Did I hear about this?
Okay.
So there's a 30 Rock reunion special. It's an hour long, no commercial, uninterrupted.
Ooh,
okay.
Clean.
Here's the deal. About half of NBC's affiliate stations are not airing that because it is essentially a 1 hour commercial to promote Peacock, which is a competing service to TV. It's a competing service to broadcast TV. So those affiliate stations don't want to air it, and they don't have to. So even though there are stations that are labeled as NBC stations, because they're affiliate stations, they don't have to, and they are not running it. It's very interesting. The streaming wars are heating up.
Is that gonna be free, like on Peacock? Or if you sign up for the free version, you'll be able to watch it?
I'm sure.
Sounds about right.
So here's the thing. All right, so let me just read it. Let me read this joint.
Somebody have to do that because 30 Rock will body that joint. As far as like being in the streaming wars, they will body that joint.
Oh, well, I think it's gonna be on there anyway. But so let's see. On Thursday, the cast of 30 Rock will tout NBC Universal's 2020 through 21 programming in an hour-long commercial-free event. The show will then be rebroadcast on Friday across USA Network, Bravo, E, Oxygen, Sci-Fi, and CNBC, as well as be available to stream on Peacock, which again launches on Wednesday, so the day before. The 30 Rock special will still air in many top markets that have stations owned and operated by NBC, including New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, Boston, and Dallas, but affiliates are not required to air the programming of the broadcast network with which they are tied. So they don't want to show it because essentially it puts them in a position of showing something that's competing,
right?
Would essentially is designed to take eyes away from it,
right?
So it's really interesting what streaming is turning into, where you actually have stations that are your affiliates that won't air your content because you're promoting content to pull content away from it.
Right.
It's almost like one of those, when you really couldn't get local stations through like DirecTV or Dish Network or something like that, and those stations back then didn't want to show commercials for DirecTV because you couldn't get local stations, and that basically meant that you were taking money and eyes away from their ad revenue. Um, so this is a very interesting turn of events, and it probably won't be the last thing that happens like this.
Doubt it. Yeah.
However, another thing that I noticed or saw is my man Ellis said he's signing up now.
Mm-hmm.
Ellis, depending on who your provider is, you may have it already.
Yeah, so
T-Mobile has access to it for free. There's like 3 different versions of it. And the certain like if you have like I have Xfinity, so I have access to it for free because Comcast and Universal, it's all part of the same family. So look into it. You might already have access to it. Actually, the access to it started like a month ago. I just don't think they did a good job of letting people know that.
No, really.
That's the thing. So here's another thing, right? As the streaming wars have heated up, we've talked about the streaming wars and what's going on in streaming and Netflix and Peacock and Disney Plus and all that. Like, we've talked about it countless times. Are y'all aware that they are beginning to consider the need to actually crack down on password sharing because of the amount of money that is eating into their potential revenue? So there was a survey that was done earlier this year that basically targeted people who who actually share, like, don't pay for a streaming service like Netflix, but have access to it because they have somebody else's password, what have you. And about 70% of the people who they surveyed said that they would actually pay for it if they didn't have access to somebody else's password.
It's like I don't have a choice.
Basically proves to the people who, who are running them that, like, they're missing out. Like, it's the tune of like $2.7 billion.
Oh yeah,
that is being left on the table because of password sharing right now. And there are firms, companies that specifically track password sharing. That's all they do. That's all they do. So they have been tracking, like, locations, things like that. Like, so the representatives for HBO Max said that they can see, like, they said specifically, like, they're not in a place right now where they're ready to do the same thing that the music industry did when people were using Napster. Napster, y'all. When people were using Napster, LimeWire, and, like, actually taking people to court and suing them for, thousands of dollars. But they are looking at ways that they can crack down on it. And Netflix having things where, like, you can pay for one screen viewing versus pay for 4 screen viewing is part of how they're combating that. Let you pay a little more and get viewing on other screens. But, like, the spokesperson for HBO Max was like, we can see if one account is watching content from, like, 12 different TVs in, like, you know what I'm saying, like, across the country. You know what I mean? Like, we can see that. So we know what's happening. You know what I mean? We know what accounts are doing it. So they're in a position to suspend accounts, turn off, options, all kinds of things. And I'm pretty sure that as this heats up, we're going to see more of that. What do you guys think of this? Where do you think it's going?
That's definitely facts. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of friends together, it's like, look, if you pay for these 2 particular ones, I'll pay for these 2 particular ones, and then, hey, you take these passwords and we just share them amongst each other. I mean, trust me, right. I get it. Because with every one of these streaming services that keeps popping up, it's like we got rid of cable to the point where you could jump off and cut the cable, but it's like these streaming services now, when you start adding up how many, like, I'm one of those, when you start adding up how many of these you actually have, it's your damn cable bill. You're still essentially paying what your cable bill was. So, I definitely get it.
No, it's definitely been only a matter of time before this starts happening, especially with everybody going into the direction of streaming services, subscription services, all that kind of stuff. They're going to look to get their money, and once they have, like, their infrastructure is up and running, they got the ball rolling. Now let's go see how to crack down on everybody else and get this extra money we're not getting. Because, like you said, we see that they're sharing them. They just can't focus on it right now. But, like, it's only a matter of time.
Just like Ellis said, like, HBO Max, other reason they really can't crack. They just don't have the content. Like, I
just think it's going to be a difficult battle though for them.
Like, they got some okay things on there, but it ain't. It's
I mean that, but that's part of the reality of it. Like what Ellis is saying about them not cracking down because they don't have the content is part of the reality of it. It is that currently there are beginning to be enough services you can go to that if somebody cracks down on one, you can go to something else and you won't even know you're missing something. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it's easy to feel like you didn't miss anything. Because if you can't do HBO Max because they crack down, if they shut your account down or whatever, you do Netflix. You know what I mean? Or you do Disney Plus, or you do Peacock, or you know what I mean? Whatever else you decide you want to do. I mean, for real, you could do Crunchyroll. You could, you know what I mean? Like you can subscribe to. There are people who could live with just ESPN Plus,
true,
or you know what I mean? Like just WWE Network. Mm-hmm. Or whatever. Like there are streaming services abound with tons of content to watch that, like, if you were put in like Facebook jail, if they said we're banning your account for 30 days or whatever it is, they don't want to lose your money completely. You know what I mean? So if they said we're gonna ban your account for 30 days,
they just want you to slap on the wrist. Just stop that. Like, just we're watching you. We know what you're doing.
Here's the funny thing about it. From a legal standpoint, there is legal precedence that says that sharing your password is a violation of terms of law. Mm-hmm. It ain't just terms of service. It's a legal violation. Like terms of service is like, yeah, we can shut you down, cut you off, whatever, right? But from a legal standpoint, they could do it would probably cost them more to take you to court mm-hmm. than what it would really be worth. You know what I mean? It's part of the issue. But the other thing is, especially not now, those streaming services would all have to band together and get on the same page and all have to crack down together because you don't want to be the bad seed.
The one.
You don't want the bad press of like, oh, well, don't bother with them because they won't even let you share. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to be them. You don't want to be them. You can't afford to be them.
That's like Sony with PlayStation when they were talking about the disc and everything. It was like, oh no, you guys can take this disc and you can give this disc to your friend and play said game.
Yeah, I mean, look, avoiding the bad press in the way that you present to the consumer is really the most important thing. I mean, if you think about it, in that same conference jokes that you're talking about, mm-hmm. the thing that people remember is, look what we can do that Xbox can't do, like that they're not talking about. You just share your games like this. That's the thing that everybody remembers. What nobody remembers is the fact that in that same conference they said, oh, by the way, PlayStation Plus isn't free anymore.
Yeah.
you gotta play online. Like, oh, they said it. It was there, completely glossed over. You see what I'm saying? They were mm-hmm. $100 cheaper because they, you know what I mean? Like that. It is all about what that perception is like. Right now, if you're the streaming service that is trying to gain a foothold of the market share, and you're like, really, we're missing dollars.
Right.
But they're only missing, you also got to keep in mind that they're missing dollars in the upfront cost, right? The monthly fee, which they make money on. But depending on how they're doing it, they are going to make money because there are more eyes on their product.
Right.
So even if your data only shows you have this many subscribers, you know you have this many people viewing, at least by the number of screens that are viewing individual content.
Yeah.
So you can look at it and say, we need this money, or you need to get behind us, or you should advertise with us because we have this many eyes. Regardless of whether those eyes are paying directly for that content or not, we know we have those eyes. And so that would help make up some of what that difference is, I think. Mm-hmm. Here's the other thing. And this is where it's going to get really tricky. Because now we about to start getting into the nits and the grits, y'all. That was my equivalent of the turn sideways I can't do anymore.
Oh, that's what it was? Okay.
Let's talk about VPNs for a second. Because the reality of it is, VPNs might be the most cost-effective way to not have to have anything but one streaming service. VPNs are currently actually advertising. Come join our network. Pay us to have our VPN because we can give you access to all the shows that are on Netflix that you can't watch because you live in the US. Period. The amount of content that exists on Netflix is much higher than what you think it is or what you know it to be because you only have access to US Netflix.
With Australian Netflix, I learned that first time went out of town, out the country, and I went to boot up. Never. I didn't know that it was a whole different thing. This is how I learned. I went to boot up something to keep watching what I was watching at home. Like, hold up, that's not on there. But what the all this other stuff? Oh,
yeah,
like, good treat. Good treat. Yeah.
Let's talk numbers for a second. How much is a base Netflix subscription? You know?
Was it $7.99? If I'm not mistaken.
$8.99.
$8.99.
$8.99. Basic subscription. View on one screen. $15.99. 4K. 4 screen. With me? So $15 a month. Let's just say $15 a month. You can get, I'm not going to say which VPN. Trust me, I did the research. I looked at like 5 VPNs. You can get VPN service for $125 for 3 years.
Dang, that's not bad. That ain't bad.
$125 for 3 years. So let's say you're paying Netflix $15 a month, and you want to get another service. Let's say HBO Max, which is $15 a month. $15 a month over 3 years is $180.
So, buy the VPN.
Hear me when I say there is content that you think is only available on HBO Max, Peacock, and Disney that is available on Netflix in other regions that you could access for the same price you pay for the Netflix you currently have if you paid a VPN service for the next 3 years.
Yeah.
One-time fee outright for the next 3 years. And you could just swap IPs and put you in a different geographical position.
That's dope.
Only problem I would say is that the common folk don't know about VPNs, I would say.
But that's see, that's what I'm saying. That's gonna change.
Okay.
That's what I think. That's what I really think is.
You think VPNs is gonna start becoming more of a thing in the public eye?
I think that in the same way that Amazon Fire TVs are basically mainstream. Let me put it to you this way. Like I said, I did my research. The VPN that I'm talking about actually allows using Kodi as well as swapping.
Yeah.
This joint is not a game, bro.
Yeah.
Host. Yeah. Throwing Kodi on.
It's not a game.
Oh crap.
Now, and also allows video game console configuration. Because I looked at that. Because it's important. To me, it's important. I have, if you give me a second, I have a list of some of the shows that
I'm glad we don't share our accounts that way. We wouldn't have to worry about none of this stuff.
Correct, sir. Correct, sir.
You don't have to worry about none of this stuff.
Nah, it's not a thing. So, I did some extra research.
Research.
I wanted to see what exactly is it that I might be missing. I might want access to, or that somebody else has. So I found a guide that populated as of yesterday Literally, the article is the best shows Netflix won't let Americans watch and how to stream them. And yes, it talks
Hey,
about VPN. And
break it.
no, that's not where I did my VPN research.
Hey, break it down, sir. I would like to know.
I will send you the link.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I want to read the article.
Like to read, sir.
So look, I just want to look at some of the list. I'll send you the article.
No, you can just send me one.
Let's see. So, Modern Family.
Okay.
Is on Netflix in Argentina, Brazil, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, Singapore, United Kingdom, and more. Doctor Who.
Okay.
That would be
Netflix in the United Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Star Trek Discovery. On Netflix everywhere except the US and Canada.
Because of CBS. Yeah. All access. Because of that. I know that one.
Yeah. Orphan Black.
Ooh.
Argentina, Brazil, France, Germany, India, Italy, Japan, Singapore, United Kingdom, and more. Prison Break.
Okay.
Australia, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, Singapore,
no US. Mm-mm.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Hey.
Argentina, Australia, Brazil, Canada, France, Germany, India, Italy, Japan, Singapore.
Mm-hmm.
Big Bang Theory. Australia, France, Germany, India, Japan, Singapore, United Kingdom. Sons of Anarchy. Notice a lot of these were Fox, FXX, stuff that's on Hulu. It's owned by Disney, a lot of it. So on Netflix in Canada, France, Germany, Italy. 24.
Hey.
Germany, Italy, Spain, Switzerland.
So far, just bangers. Okay.
Yeah. Borgen. I never even heard of it. Looks interesting, though.
Borgen?
Italy, Japan, Singapore, South Africa, Sweden, Castle Rock, India, Singapore, Thailand, How I Met Your Mother, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, Line of Duty. I mean, bro, Red Dwarf. It's like the list just ridiculous. Goes.
Yeah. Because I know it's like that. Like for you saying, like I know it's actually the same way for anime as well too. Like I know for like I know Dragon Ball Z for probably one of the most prominent ones. Like it's on Netflix in like the UK and a couple other places as well too. I laugh at that, but
I just saw Food Wars popped up on Netflix in the US.
What popped up?
Food Wars.
Food Wars.
Oh, if I could have Netflix and just have access to all this without needing like Funimation, Crunchyroll, and all this stuff all around it, I'd be so psyched.
So VPNs, bro. Because for real, I mean, that's what it comes down to. Like, at this point, seriously, if you think about it, for what it would cost you to get a subscription to another service, you could have access to all of those shows.
Yeah, for the same price. And the stuff you're not getting, like you said, the HBO Max, for instance, put that money towards that. Double your content. Actually, because you're going with Netflix all over the place, you would probably triple, quadruple your content.
Ellis, nobody's watching Red Dwarf. Hey, look, my man said Alfonso said VPNs are on Fire Stick. Yeah, changing profiles for the IPs. You can have rolling IPs. Some VPNs have like 5,000 IPs. Some of them have 30,000. Some of them only have 1,000. There are a lot of differences between them. Some of them are easier to configure than others.
Do your research.
I highly recommend.
Do your research.
I will tell. This is what I will tell you. CNET has an article that they consistently update, where they go through and they rank the 20 best VPNs, and they rank them by what they cost, what they offer, what you can do with them, whether or not they're Netflix friendly or not, all that kind of stuff. Okay. I would say it's totally worth looking into. Totally worth looking into. And it's great protection for your internet anyway. It's great security anyway. One of the ones I looked at, which I haven't made a complete decision on, but that I'm considering, it is a little bit more expensive, but it allows you to install the VPN on an unlimited number of devices in the home.
Okay, that makes it
A
worth
lot
it.
of the limited number of
That makes
devices
it
you
worth
can
it.
have on it. There are a lot of devices in my home. A lot of them. It does things to my internet, as you can see sometimes, because
Yeah.
will just decide to kick me out
Yeah.
randomly. And not only are there a lot of devices, people in my home are on. My children are on multiple devices at any one given time anyway. Not
Mm-hmm.
like I'm not. Like literally, I'm on my laptop right now. I'm on my cell phone right now. I have my Xbox on right now. Like
Same
all
here.
using
Same
the
here.
network.
Yeah.
Every phone in the house is on the network, and there are probably 6 other computers or laptops or Macs in the
Everything just a
house
mix.
that are
Yep.
on the network, and they're on their phones, FaceTiming while YouTubing while gaming. Like it's just bandwidth is a thing. Um. Okay. How? Okay. Jay says I'm good on VPNs. My confusion is how does Netflix not know it's you every IP when it's the same login each time? Here's the thing. Technically, it doesn't really matter
Mm-hmm.
because they're not necessarily restricting you because you're in the U.S. You're just restricted because you're in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know, like it's not.
Yeah.
Oh, you're an American, so you only get this. Just like what London was saying, when he traveled out of the country and went to Japan and logged into his Netflix account, it automatically was showing him Japanese
Once you
Netflix
go
of
over,
what was
it does.
available there.
Yeah. It just once you get there, it just syncs to that. You know, it's nothing you gotta think of. Just log in with your regular thing.
Yeah,
And it just brings up their
yeah.
stuff.
I mean, literally, I have been seeing commercials for VPNs that are like, you know what? If you have Netflix, you should have a VPN because you can access all this other content. And literally, they're showing it to you on your computer. Like, here's all the different stuff that you could be watching that you can't watch because you're using US Netflix. And that kind of stuff is stuff that's worked out in the deals that they ink when they sign the contracts to have access to show you particular content. They're different in different countries. So it just kind of is what it is. Yeah, your router, a lot of routers now are configured to allow a VPN. A lot of people work from home and actually have to have a VPN, which is really what VPNs were technically designed for in the first place, before people could work in from home in a secure way. So it's the kind of thing that is becoming more common. More people are familiar with it, and I think it's the kind of thing that, because of what's happening, is going to become more prominent. You're going to have more people that are going after that kind of a thing. I just can't imagine why people wouldn't.
Oh, Chris Lightning out the blue.
He right though.
My man came in shooting from the just.
He said Kobe.
Yeah, just walked in the
What's up, Chris?
gym. That's how you do it.
Just
Okay.
open the door and starting fights. Why don't you?
Right.
Hey, look. Just based on the information I've given you, what we just discussed, would either of you consider a VPN?
Oh, definitely, most certainly.
All right, that's interesting coming from you, Jokes. I'm gonna touch on that in a second with
I
you.
got you.
Sin.
Of course.
It's almost a necessity. Jokes, here's why I'm saying it's a little different coming from you. Remember last week we renamed you. You're now officially the target audience.
Mm-hmm.
If you had a VPN,
Mm-hmm.
would that mean that you would give up some of the other actual streaming services that you have? Or would it just be like, wait a minute, now I actually have access to watch even more stuff on those services as well, because now I have a VPN and I can access other regions? Are you just now spending more money but getting more access?
Probably would be just with more access, because like, unless I can like say for example, like I literally probably have just about everything, but my main consumptions of course come out of like anime, so obviously like Funimation, Crunchyroll, those type of things. But if you telling me the majority of like the Funimation and the Crunchyroll stuff I can now access on Netflix, then there's a good chance maybe I would drop it, just because of the fact that the majority of it's all there. Like I know Funimation is now starting to add other content to their lineup that's not necessarily all Funimation. Like they just acquired the rights for Naruto, so I thought that was pretty big. So if they start doing things like that, I could maybe eventually start eliminating certain things. Those more ways to watch Red Dwarf. Hey, I never watched Red Dwarf, but because you're saying this, you gonna make me just pull up a Red Dwarf and just start watching for no reason.
No idea what that is, bro.
I don't.
No. Positive he has
not a clue. Not a clue.
I knew it. So yeah, he should watch Red Dwarf or not. Yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting, and it's probably getting ready to go down. I'm just gonna say it. It's probably getting ready to go down. It makes sense. It makes more sense to me to spend that money, have that kind of protection for your internet at home and your connection and so forth anyway, and then by default get that additional access. Like it makes sense. So, yeah, I mean, I think that's the thing that's really going to end up being, because I don't have a Fire Stick, but I use Kodi. But I use Kodi on my Xbox. It's on my PlayStation 2. It's also on my cell phone. So I do have access to it from multiple places. So having something that allows you to configure it and have that set up to run that same thing from any of those places is also just kind of like, oh. Right. Okay. So yeah, I mean, it just kind of makes sense. And I think that's going to end up being a thing. But I mean, you guys, feel free to let us know in the comments or after the show what, where you feel like you fall on that price wise. Again, I think some are more complicated than others. Obviously, anything new is going to have a learning curve, but it probably would be worth it. I'm figuring. Gentlemen, what else we got? You got anything else? It's almost time to wrap up.
No, but I do have the Ninja Turtles joint, so I'm watching that when we get off this. I do have it. So
I was pretty sure you had access to it, my good man.
I do. I do. I got it queued up.
You have it queued up?
I got it queued up.
You want to watch the whole thing?
Yeah.
Fonzo said he's for it. I hear you, bro.
Yeah.
I'll send you out a link for what I found. Again, CNET is a really good resource because they consistently update.
Yeah, I actually typed it in and brought it up while you were talking. You're right. It is a pretty dope, solid list they got sitting right here. Looking at them.
It is, man. It's a really solid list. So look, before we get out of here, man, I want to do a couple shout outs. Some of these folks on Patreon, man, following us at our highest tier. So shout out to Ty Carson. Shout out to Ellis.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Susan Dortch. Vicky.
Hey, mama.
Shout out to Tony Cunningham.
Yes, sir.
I see you in the comments this time.
I don't think he's here today.
Nah, he'll probably randomly pop up in a second, like you always
do. Right before we get on, trying to throw the lamp.
He just pop right up.
He will. He might. I see that Jay Roberts in the Opera browser includes a VPN setup. Man, listen, I'll be honest, the only time I ever used the Opera browser was on Nintendo Wii.
Yep. I think that's for all of us probably the only time we ever used it was on Nintendo.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's not. I mean, it's obviously it's a thing, but
yeah.
I mean, but some of them work better with like Firefox than they do with Internet
right.
Explorer. Some work, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, like my work computer. My work computer is weird. I need like 3 different browsers to get all my stuff open and working correctly. Like it's a pain.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy. I don't want to do that. I do that sometimes.
Is what it is.
I don't want to do that. Appreciate that, Alfonso. Appreciate that. Really do, man. Thank you so much.
Ellis just swung for it again.
I mean, we could try Ellis, but I don't know how far he'll get with that.
That's a new tier.
That's a new tier.
We're gonna put that on the books.
Batman tier. Oh man.
Yeah, we
Hey,
might be able to do that.
The next tier we create should be the Batman tier. Only Patreon.
I will say this: we can ready to do a fundraiser and I might consider saying if we hit our goal. Just so y'all know, we're gonna be doing a fundraiser. We're gonna be doing fundraisers. Looks like once a quarter. We're gonna be doing shirts that are only going to run one time for that fundraiser. And patrons are going to have first dibs at those shirts. So it'll be those shirts will be available for patrons to purchase first for a week before it goes live for anybody else to purchase. The shirts are going to be limited. How many shirts will vary by shirt and design, and they will be gone when gone. And once they're gone, that's it. We go to the next set of shirts. It'll be a different design. But we hope y'all are interested in playing along. If we we might come up with some targets. Definitely, we're gonna be doing some crazy stuff for Extra Life. When Extra Life comes around, I don't intend to shave my face again. But
you should though. I mean, did great for the kids. Did great for the kids.
I might be willing to do a Batman Forever tier for. What's up, Nick? I might be willing to do a Batman Forever tier or something like that. If we hit our goals.
This year around, I'll shave my face if we hit goals.
You'll shave your face.
You technically are still supposed to eat the chip because you didn't eat the chip last year like you said you were.
Yeesh.
Right. You technically still.
My man, 2 chips.
I sat and watched what you went through, and I said, I do that. I ain't built that tough.
Hey, Chris Lightning, what are you doing right now? What's wrong with you?
Oh, you gonna kill Sin over him?
Oh God, Chris,
get in here.
I love you, dude, but you trifling, man. Oh, you trifling.
You know what? Hey, we should get out of here before this gets any worse.
Oh man! Go ahead.
Oh, are you taking your
inhaler?
Yes,
inhaler.
Yes. Like when you just said, Chris, I saw that and I knew it was something stupid. Then I read it.
A Batman costume for the fundraiser.
Ooh.
We had to hit some serious numbers,
buddy.
Hey.
We had to hit some serious numbers, buddy. Ella's out here calling you by your whole first name, Chris.
I know, right? That is hilarious. The disrespect.
It's real out here. Look, you guys, we're going to wrap this up. We will be live tomorrow evening for cutscenes, so we'll be talking video games tomorrow. Still a lot to discuss as far as that front is concerned. So we'll be digging into that tomorrow, 8 o'clock, maybe till 9, maybe till 9:30. We'll see how long it takes.
How things turn.
You know what I'm saying? Make sure you guys are looking out for episode 5 of Anime Vault.
Yes.
Tell them what that's going to be about.
Fist of the North Star this week. Yes.
Fist of the North Star this week.
Yeah.
So you guys make sure you look out for that. That'll be at 2 o'clock on Thursday. Look for that going live. We appreciate you all tuning in. It's been real, as always. We see y'all tomorrow. All right?
Tomorrow.
What it do, snackers and snackettes? Did you like what you just saw? Would you like to help us grow? Here's what you can do. Shoot over to patreon.com/loading snacks. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on your favorite platform of choice. Appreciate you.